everyone, it's Debra Poneman, founder of Yes to Success Seminars, where we help you live your ultimate life, ageless, anti-aging for your brain, body, and future, and the Awake Method, because it's time for all of us to wake up. And these days, it feels like every time we glance at a headline, the world makes a little less sense. And many of us are feeling anxious, even hopeless, helpless, as we watch what feels like cracks in the foundation of our democracy. And I keep hearing the same question over and over. What can we do? And here's the truth. We can do more than you might think. But first, we have to stop sitting on the sidelines waiting for someone else to fix it. So, the first and most important and obvious answer is to take action. Support candidates who align with your values. When elections come up, you knock on doors, you make calls, you volunteer, you donate if you can. And of course, needless to say, you vote. Never underestimate the ripple effect of one vote cast, or one conversation had, or one heart that becomes awakened because of your listening and not making anyone else wrong and needing to be right. Listening, I could see why you might feel that way. Not that you agree, but you can see how they might feel that way. But there's another realm of action that's just as important, and it's the one that all of you who are listening are more familiar with than most of the other people on the planet. And that is the realm of consciousness, the realm of energy and intention and spirit, the realm where real transformation begins. Everything that ever transformed a society began first in that invisible space of thought, of intention, good or evil. So, if we want a world rooted in justice and compassion and goodness, we have to hold that vision. We have to hold it fiercely and not spend our time putting our attention on the outcome we don't want. I often think of the parable of the two wolves, which I know I've shared with you a million times, but I'm going to share it one more time, where the old Cherokee chief was teaching his grandson about life and said to his grandson, a fight is going on inside of me, and it's a terrible fight between two wolves. And one wolf is anger and envy and greed and arrogance and resentment and lies and fear. And the other wolf is joy and peace and love and hope and humility and kindness and generosity and truth. And the grandfather says the same fight is going on inside of you, to his grandson, and inside of every person. So the grandson thought for a moment and then asked, Grandfather, which wolf will win? And the old man replied, the one you feed. And there are many things we could do on the energetic level right now, here, at this moment, to feed the good wolf. First of all, we have the power of flooding the field with light every day. Send out a prayer, send out an intention, visualize compassion, visualize truth prevailing, visualize justice rising, visualize compassion from our leaders, visualize that spark of love and humanity in their hearts, and refuse to feed the darkness. Stop amplifying hate and fear. Stop trying to be the first one to share with your friends some other incomprehensible atrocity because you just read it in the news. Because now you created two people who are radiating fear or even hate. And then your friend shares it with their friend, who shares it with their friend. So instead, elevate the conversation because like attracts like. Talk about a future where we're proud to hand to the next generation. Imagine it. Share that vision with your friends in such vivid terms that it starts to feel inevitable instead of what we're talking about often now, which we're making inevitable. and then act in alignment with that high vision, with that wonderful vision for our future. And then also do what my friend Betty suggested in a group that I was in today: refuse to let the dark energy pull you out of the light. And remember what my friend Patricia Cota Robles, who is the founder of Era of Peace, once said. And I love this quote. I've quoted it a million times. I'm sorry, I'm going to quote it one more. Everyone who is accepted to be here on earth at this time is here for a great purpose. Tens of thousands, yea, hundreds of thousands were turned away. We are here not because we're better, but because Creator, Father, Mother, God felt that we were the ones who had a better chance of staying focused on the light. Again, we're not here because we're better, but because Creator, Father, Mother, God felt that we were the ones who had a better chance of staying focused on the light. And ways we could stay focused on the light, of course, there is gratitude, as gratitude is one of the highest vibrations on the planet. And of course, kindness. I have this new friend. I just love her, Bunny Finkelstein, and she lives up in Napa. And she told me about a nonprofit that her two little granddaughters, I saw the video of them. They must be maybe 10 and 7. And they started a nonprofit called Be Kind Napa. And it's grown into this huge movement. These two little girls started a kindness movement, buttons that say be kind, little Tallulah and Ruby. And it started as an idea in consciousness, and it has grown into this very large kindness movement that's extending far beyond Napa. And every act of kindness sends out a ripple, even if it's kindness to just one person. That's okay. You don't have to start a kindness movement. Just be kind to your neighbor, be kind to your spouse, be kind to give an old friend a call. It's like that beloved starfish story. Remember the starfish story where the man is walking across the what do you call it, the coast, the ocean, and he looks and there are like thousands of starfish that were left on the sand when the tide went out, and they were dying because they were so far away from the water. And he starts picking up one starfish at a time and throwing it back in the water, but there were thousands. And somebody walked by him and took a look at him. They kind of laughs and says, you know, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not going to make a difference. There are thousands of starfish. And the man reached down and he picked another one up and threw it into the water and said, I made a difference for that one. So make a difference in just one person's day, every day. And if the opportunity presents itself, make a difference for our democracy, including being love and spreading love and not getting filled with rage or hate, because if you hate the haters, well, what does that make you? Democracy is not just what happens in a voting booth. Democracy lives in us. It's that fire in our bellies. We will not let the story of humanity be written by greed or by fear or by tyranny or meanness. So, yes, do the practical work and also rise in the unseen battle, which is be the light that refuses to go out, be the love that refuses to give up, and be the voice that refuses to be silenced. As Edmund Burke is cited as having said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. So this is our moment. No more hoping someone else is going to rise. We are the ones. We are the light bearers. We are the lighthouses. We are the protectors of the dream. And as long as we stand together in action, in truth, but most of all, of course, in love, there is absolutely nothing that can stop goodness from dawning. I believe goodness will triumph. And I can't wait for that celebration when it does. We will dance and we will sing and we will hug. See that in your mind's eye. And I'll see you there. Have a great week. Bye for now.